Hi besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sammy and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this makeup look. This has been my makeup routine so far. I know I've been making a whole bunch of makeup routines, but I keep switching up my makeup and I want to show you guys since you guys are always asking me for makeup tutorials and stuff like that. So here's a detailed video and all of the products I use and what I could use if it was like drugstore products and stuff like that. So anyways, this is how the makeup turned out. I freaking love it. It's a very nice and smooth base, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So the first product I'm going to be using is this Noxzema anti-blemish pads. I love to use these to clean up my face before I do my makeup. These have been working wonders for my skin and I freaking love them so freaking much. I use the Noxzema cleanser as well, even though this makes my eyes water like crazy because it's so strong. I'm also cleaning my face right now because I was trying to put my lashes on and at first like my lashes were not cooperating with me at all, girl. Like I was so sick to my stomach, like I was so freaking mad. But anyways, I'm gonna clean my face up. If you guys see me looking around, it's because I have like different mirrors that I'm looking myself into. So yeah, my skin has been breaking out. You can't really tell on camera as much, but I've been breaking out because of my period and stuff like that, and I freaking hate it. So I'm gonna be going in with the CeraVe Daily Moisturizer Lotion, as well as this Mario Badescu facial spray. Is that how you say it? Got the green tea one. I've actually tried all three of the colors that they have, or like the three scents that they have. I freaking love the rose one, but I just decided to get this cucumber one and green tea because I don't know, I just like the smell of this one as well. And then I'm also going to be using the COSRX Snail 96, and that's pretty much how I prep my skin before primer and all of that stuff. I don't really use too many things, but I've noticed that with these three products my makeup has been looking really good. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the CeraVe moisturizer first. I use about 1 pump of this and I'm just going to apply it to my whole face. My eyes are super red because of the eyelashes, and last night y'all I was trying to put my hair oil on my eyebrows so they could grow, but I accidentally got some in my eyes, and ever since last night they've been hella watery. So okay, so now I'm gonna be going in with the Snail Musin. So I'm gonna be letting this one dry as well. Okay, so now that I have let that dry, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, which I need to buy another one because I'm running low on it. I want to try the NYX primer as well as, I think it's called the Refi primer, I think it is. I don't know, it's like in a gray bottle. But I want to try all of that, but I've been so obsessed with the e.l.f. primer lately that I don't think I want to try anything else. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. I'm going to be using this Got2b hair gel as well as this Maybelline Express Brow pencil in the color brown. I think it's brown or dark brown. So I'm going to be using the spoolie to, you know, shape up my eyebrows. but my eyebrows that are kind of like non-existent, but it's okay. I use the hair glue. I use the hair gel, and I apply a little bit first, and then I just kind of move all the hairs how I want them to be laid down first. Then I use the flat side of the eyebrow pencil and I flatten out the hairs so that way they're not fluffy. Then I kind of carve out to clean them out, the little hairs that are poking up. Now everybody has a different way of doing their eyebrows. I just personally like doing them like this because I don't really have much hair to really work with. But the hairs that I do have, sometimes they're like super long and I just don't like when they're like all over the place, you know. So that's how I do it. Now I steam a pad to clean around my eyebrows for any excess gel, because when you put the concealer on top to carve them out, or the foundation or whatever you're gonna use, girl, like it just looks so cakey and I freaking hate it. So I'm going to start at the bottom. So what I did is I did a bottom line first, and then I did about 4 little hair fake strokes right here, and then I started the line not at the beginning but like halfway of the beginning, that little square, and I shaded it in a little bit with little fake hair strokes. This eyebrow pencil is pretty thin, so you can make them look like that, but you just have to be very careful to not put too much pressure on the eyebrow pencil. If not, they're gonna look very bulky and fake. I'm gonna do the other eyebrow as well. So once your eyebrows kind of look like that, we're going to be using concealer to carve them out. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. concealer today because I feel like the Fit Me concealer is too watery for my eyebrows. So that little line that I did at the bottom when I use the Fit Me, it kind of fades away when I blend the concealer out, and I don't like that. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. one since it's a little thicker. I'm going to be applying everything with brush today because I was watching a whole bunch of like makeup tutorials lately, and like a lot of the makeup gurus or the makeup artists use mainly brushes. So I got a whole pack of brushes from the TikTok shop that I got sent. I did a review on them and they're really good so far. So I'm gonna be using a flat brush. This is the medium shader brush by Mensch. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm gonna put the link down below so you guys can watch the video and get these brushes. Grab the concealer and you put some on your hand, and then you grab the concealer from there. The way I carve my eyebrows now, I use a good amount of concealer. I go around my whole lid. But I don't touch the top of the lid. I leave that space, so whenever I blend out the concealer, it just kind of fades down to my actual eyelid. The way I blend the concealer on my eyelid is just by tapping motions. I close my eye and tap all over my eyelid so I don't have a harsh line in the middle of my eyelid. In the inner corner, I like to bring the concealer down a little bit since I don't like the separation of makeup from, you know, like the concealer up here and the concealer from down here, since sometimes they're two different shades, as well as like I have dark circles. So I like to bring the concealer down. Lately I've been obsessed with like using brushes to do my makeup. I feel like it just helps to put the right amount of makeup on. For the top part, you can use foundation or you can also use concealer. I'm gonna go in with concealer since it's the same color of my skin. Once again, I'm gonna use the concealer and I'm gonna carve up the top and I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm going to grab the concealer and I'm going to start at the front, and I'm just going to start kind of like feathering the line instead of just doing it like the bottom where I just did a line like that. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want my eyebrows to look even. So I do one eyebrow first, and then if I like it, that's how I'm gonna make the other one. Now I understand like a whole bunch of people have like eyebrows that look like their cousins, because me too, like they look like their cousins. Like one eyebrow could be longer than the other one, or one might be more square than the other one, but you can fix that up by getting your eyebrows done like I said, and then just carving it out with a good concealer. So once I have that all done, I'm going to blend it out. Like you could tell, like one of them is more like lifted than the other one, because I'm looking at myself and it's not the same. I'm gonna blend that out. This concealer itself is kind of yellow, but once you blend it out, it just looks like your color. Now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I like to use this a lot, so I like this one because it kind of makes my face really glowy, and it's just like perfect instead of like using foundation. I'm not using foundation today. I haven't been using foundation lately, so I'm not gonna apply foundation. Since my skin is also breaking out, then I'm just gonna be using Halo Glow and just concealer itself. Like I said, I have been really obsessed with doing my makeup with brushes, so I'm gonna go in with this stippling brush, which is very soft and it has like long hair, so it makes it easy to blend out. Okay, so now I'm gonna be going in with concealer. So I'm gonna first go in with the Too Faced Born This Way in the color Cream Puff. And then after my blush and my contour, I'm going to go in with the Hourglass in the color Cedar. I think that's how you say it, Cedar. So I'm going to use this one last, but I still wanted to show you guys which one it was. The reason why I'm going with the Born This Way is so I can have a base of my concealer, and it's actually the same color of my skin. So I'm going to be using another brush, and I'm going to apply it at the bottom. So I am applying this in my high points of the face. So I keep putting it on my hand because it's easier to know like how much product I'm putting on my face. Um, like I said earlier, these brushes have been working wonderfully for me. So I'm just putting like a little triangle right there as well as right there, a little bit on my forehead and in the middle of my nose as well as my chin. And then at the end of my under eye, I like to make a little line like that, bring the product down a little bit, and then that's it. So now I'm going to be going in with this Flawless Concealer brush. It's a fluffy brush to blend out all of the concealer. So I'm going to first start with the forehead and chin, and then I'll go in with my under eye. So as you guys can tell, I'm only doing tap motions. I am not swiping. The only place where I'm swiping at is at the very end so I can get that crisp line. Not everybody likes that line, but I really like it, so we're gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna do the other eye as well. As you can tell, I'm really getting under the eyelid because I don't want to have like no dark spot from my actual dark circles. So once your face looks like this, now we're gonna go into the blush and contour. I will be using the Patrick Ta She Sculpted for my contour. I freaking love this product so freaking much, like holy grail. So the first brush I'm gonna be using is this angle shading brush. It is flat and dense, so I'm gonna use that one for the cream product, and then I'm going to be using this brush that is an angle contouring brush, and it's similar to the one he released that he has. I couldn't get my hands on it because I forgot to buy this his brush when I went to Sephora, but I found one that's kind of similar with the pack that I received from the TikTok shop. You want to get a decent amount of product, and you're going to put it on your hand, like warm it up, and then apply it to your cheekbones. So I'm going to apply that in the higher point of my cheekbones, not straight on my cheekbone, because when I blend it out, the product will go a little bit more down, so that way the contour doesn't go down to this part of my face. And like as you can tell, I'm just dabbing on the product. I don't want my face to look dirty, so I'm not applying too much product on my forehead because this color of contour I don't think is the correct color. So now I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Ta She's That Girl blush. This is how it looks like. It's kind of like the same color of my PJ set. So I'm also applying this product with a brush. I like to clean my hand up before I apply any other product. Let that dry and then apply the product on my hand as well. So I'm going to be using this face flat brush. It's kind of a dense fluffy brush. The reason why I'm using this one for the liquid is so I know how much product I'm applying, and since it's small, I don't like to put too much blush right here on this part, so I'll try to get a smaller brush so it only goes right here. Once I warm it up in my hand, then I'm going to apply it on my cheeks. As you can tell, I packed that on top of the contour, so you can still see the contour, but I like to put it under my eyes as well. I'm gonna use the Sheet Sculptor for my nose contour as well, the cream contour one. And I don't really know how to do my contour for my nose like that, but this is what I do. I just make a line first with a brush like that. So this is the placement that I do for the concealer. So I like to use the Fit Me pressed powder in the color 120 Classic Ivory. I like to use this one before I use a loose powder. I use this one with a powder puff as well, and with the Laura Mercier translucent powder on top of the setting powder. Then I like to use the Huda Beauty peach pie for the rest of my face, so I can set my whole face. And as a bonus, sometimes I like to apply a more brighter highlighted area, so I would either use the Airspun translucent powder, or I also like using the Fit Me loose finishing powder in the color 05 Fair. Since it's way lighter, I sometimes like a brighter under eye, so I will use this one or this one. Either or works fine. With the pressed powder, then I'll move on to the next side, and then I'll do the loose powder. So I'm going to be using the same concealer fluffy brush to blend out the concealer. I'm only staying in the area I put the concealer on, and I drag it like in a triangle type of way, because you don't want to bring that concealer too much down, because then you won't be able to see the blush that you applied. Now you can use any color of liquid blush. I like using the Revolution one a lot as well. It's kind of like the similar color. And then I'll just use like a little powder blush on top of it as well. So as you can tell, I use a beauty blender right after the brush. I blend it out, and then I go in with the pressed powder, and I look up, and then I apply it a good amount of that so it can set really nice. So once I have applied all of that powder, now I'm gonna move on to the rest of my face. I'm gonna use the same pressed powder for my chin, my smiling lines, and right here as well. Just basically everywhere where I'm going to be putting loose powder on, I'm going to apply the pressed powder. So now I am baking, so I'm just going to apply that in a triangle way where I applied the pressed powder, and I'm gonna pack that on. And I'm only putting the translucent powder, this one by La Mercier, under my eyes. Then I'm gonna go with the Huda Beauty Peach one, and I'm going to apply that in the rest of my face. So right here. As well as my nose and on my forehead. As you can tell, I didn't really pack on the powder on my forehead because I don't want it to look too cakey, so I just put it right here and right here. So now I'm gonna go in with the powder contour right here. Apply it on the other side, and I'm not really gonna put too much of it, just a little bit. Tap some, and then I'm going to apply where I put the liquid one on as well. I'm also going to apply a little bit on my nose, and then I'm going to use a smaller brush, like a little small fluffy brush, and I'm going to use the same color of blush, and I'm going to put that on my eyelids as well to make it more of a rosy type of look. I'm going to take away all of the excess powder now. So I'll let that sit. And when you swipe it away, make sure you're swiping it in the same direction you put it on. You don't want to get that bright powder on the blush as well. And then your makeup should look like this. Period. So now I'm going to be doing my lips, and I'm going to show you guys the lip combo I've been obsessed with. So all of the lip products that I'm going to be using are LA and also CoverGirl. So get you some. This is the LA Color eyeliner pencil in the color brown, but I'm gonna be using this for my lips because it's a good amount of brown for my lips, I guess you could say. It's a really, like, how do I explain it? It's a really nice eyeliner, but I prefer for my lips. And then I'm gonna go in with the LA lipstick in the color Chill. I got this from the dollar store and I really like it. And then I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Flamingo Pink lip gloss. So the way I kind of outline my lips, I don't really like overline them. I just try my best to go around the same natural line of lips that I have. With the lipstick now, so this is the makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you want more makeup videos or any type of other videos you would like to watch. Like you can see, the whole makeup routine just looks so freaking good. I freaking love it. Hopefully I keep getting better at makeup and stuff like that, and I'll show you guys more tutorials. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.